Hello again, my dear students. I am over the moon to be back to present another lesson for you guys. And guys, I want you to know that I miss you very, very much, and I love you. And I hope you are all doing, perfectly, staying at home. My dears, as you guys are all aware, we finished, the first text, which was about, someone, a successful person, a successful businessman, John Wood, who, visited Nepal, the country, and, helped the country, the country's people, with children and education and many other stuff. Now I want you to go to page 142, and at this page we have our second text, and we study the vocabulary, and you are familiar with the new words which are used here. An extraordinary coach. But before reading this, my dears, you have the preview, You have to preview this text, and the preview asks for, look at this, the words inside this box, But before reading the text, how many of these words can you find in the text? Look at the text quickly, skim it, and circle the word. I was able to, find team, and see what else can you find. My dears, there is another section, the quick write, and which is, it says write a few sentences about a coach or teacher, someone, successful like a coach or a teacher who is very successful, and how does that person help you? How does that person, help the students or helped the students in the past? You can write about anyone. Here, write a few sentences, 4 to 5 sentences, because we need this for our unit assignment. Now let's go to the text. An extraordinary coach. About 30 years ago, a successful young basketball coach made a big decision. At that time, Tara van der Veer, this is, as you can see the picture, this young lady. It's not that young, but it is still a lady. Was the coach for the best college basketball team in the U.S., Ohio State University. The team won 110 games and 4 championships in 5 years. In 5 years they won 4 championships, and 110 games. In 1985, Stanford University asked Van der Veer to be their basketball coach. Her friends and family thought she should stay at Ohio State. Why? We're going to find out. Stanford University was one of the best universities in the US, but it had a very poor basketball team. Her friends asked her, why do you want to leave your terrific job at Ohio State? You have a wonderful career. Stanford will never become a great team. But Van der Veer knew she could make a great team, and she wanted to show others it was kind of like the ultimate challenge. Ultimate meaning the hardest or most difficult challenge. She wanted to accept the challenge, Van der Veer said. In 1985, Van der Veer started coaching at the Stanford University. Her goal was to turn the Stanford players into great athletes, great, sport players. At first, the players, didn't have very strong basketball skills. But Van der Veer was an extraordinary coach, and she believed that her players could become winners. She believed in her players because, she believed that she could teach them to, be winners, not losers. She was right. After 5 years, the team won a national championship, and Van der Veer and her Stanford team continued to have many successful years. In 1995, Van der Veer took a 1-year break from Stanford. She coached the U.S. women's basketball team in 1996, in the 1996 Summer Olympics. The Olympics, which, was held, in summer. Her team won the gold medal. The medal, as you can, I want to, show you the picture of a gold medal. This is the picture of a gold medal. And after that, Van der Veer wrote a book about her experience. She wrote about her life as a women's basketball coach and the fight to win the gold medal. Today, the Stanford team is one of the best teams in the country. In 2013, Van der Veer celebrated the 900th win with her career as a coach. She is happy about her decision to move to Stanford. She enjoys coaching some of the most intelligent basketball players in the country and turning them into top athletes, meaning very personal best athletes. Players from Stanford, from the Stanford women's basketball team. These are, the picture of players from Stanford, basketball women's team. Now you know all information. You have the enough information to know who Tara van der Veer is and how successful she is as a coach and her adventures. Okay, the extraordinary or the great. This is another word for great. Okay, this is the synonym of great. The great coach, and the the events that happened in her life, the decisions that she made, and the big wins she managed to put it under her name, okay, as a coach. And guys, once you're done with the text, after double or triple reading it, you go to the exercises after the text, the following exercises, and each of these test your understanding of the text. Look at B. My dears, now we have the following exercises of the text, about the text, to test your understanding. Okay, read the sentences, number them in the correct order from 1 to 6. What happened first, then what happened second, then what happened third, according to the article. The first thing that happened, she was a successful coach at Ohio State University. Okay, this is undeniable because the information is right here in the text. The second thing, Stanford offered her a coaching job. True. And the third thing, her friends and family thought moving was, a bad idea. Okay, and I will leave the other ones for you, to order. Look at activity C. Guys, this is, all about your understanding of the article. Complete each statement with the information of, from the article. Look at number 1. When Van der Veer was the basketball coach at Ohio State, it was the top team in the United States. So, as it is, written in the text, it is Ohio State. Number 2, Stanford University was famous for its academic program, but not for its basketball team, because its basketball team, they were playing poorly, and they didn't have, much skill, and they needed a lot of training. And I will leave the other ones, the other blanks for you to fill. And guys, we come to activity D. It says answer these questions, write complete sentences. Okay, write with complete sentences. Here I want you to depend on, rely on, okay, your opinion. Okay, rely on your understanding of the article. Look at number 1. When did Stanford offer Van der Veer, the job? It was in 1985. Okay, if this is wrong, okay, double check it in the article. Number 2. Why did Van der Veer accept the job? Because she wanted to show others that she accepted the ultimate challenge and she could turn the athletes or the players into very, best players or athletes. And, I will not do the other ones because those are for you. And in activity E, read these phrases about Tara van der Veer. For each phrase, write D for decision. My dears, when you read, a decision here, a decision she made, write D. But when it is an event, you know what event is. Event is, something huge that happens. Okay, like the Olympic Games, like a championship. Okay, for that, you have to, write down E. Look at the first one. 1996 Summer Olympics. This isn't a decision. This is an event. Okay, it's like a festival. Okay, so we write E. Look at number 2. Took a break in 1995. So this is D because it is her decision. Look at number 3. Accepted a job at Stanford. This is a decision. Who accepted this? Obviously, the coach. So this isn't an event. This is a decision. Okay? I hope you understood this. My dears, I want you to go to 145, page 145. And here we have activity F. Here, it is asking you to write down the most important event, for Van der Veer, for the coach, and the most important decision she made. Let me give you the decision. The most important decision she made was joining the Stanford University team, basketball team, to coach their players. okay, to train the players to become successful and to become winners. That was, her most important, decision. And what was, the most important event in her life? Okay, so you have to go back to the article and read about that. After that, we, come to the write what you think section. Okay, my dears, now we come to, our write what you think section. Here we have, 2 questions. We have to find, the answers of these. Look at number 1. It says, Van der Veer is a very strong person. Give 2 examples from her life that show her personal strength. Okay, so you understood the article about Van der Veer. Give 2 examples, which show her strength. 2 examples. For example, one example is that she believed in herself and she believed she could make the players best players. Okay, what else can you find? Look at number 2. A competitive person likes a good challenge. Do you think Van der Veer is a competitive person? Why? Guys, competitive person is a person who likes competition, who likes to win, who likes to, make very big wins. Okay, who likes to be, famous, who likes to do, important things. That is a very competitive person, and who always likes to win and doesn't like to, lose. Do you think Van der Veer is a competitive person? Why? Give your reason. Okay, I am sure you can find 2 or 3 sentences in the article to answer this one. Okay, and for B, here it is, the video, the unit video, and you can watch it. And war zone, these words are all in the video. War zone, an area where there is fighting between 2 countries or 2 groups. War zone. Soldier, person who is in the army, who is, with guns and, killing people. Refugee is someone who must leave their country and go to another country. Mines, it's a very big hole in the ground where people work to get special stones. Okay, they make big holes in the ground and they dig up the ground to find, valuable things like diamonds and gold and that kind of stuff. And my dears, for activity C, we have what? We have 2 questions, okay? And your job is to use your opinion, okay, use your mind and try to find answers for these 2. Look at the first one. Can you think of a person like John Wood and Tara van der Veer? John Wood is the, the guy who, traveled to Naples to help the children with education. And Tara van der Veer, we just read about her. Okay, can you think of a person like, these 2? How is the person, similar to Wood or van der Veer? Okay, for example, you had the teacher, or you have a coach, you play in a team, okay, and you think that coach, that teacher is like these people. How? Explain it with 2 or 3 sentences. Number 2, are you interested in John Wood or Tara van der Veer or Luma Mufle? This is another person. Okay, this is another person, and you can ignore this one. Just these 2, John Wood and Tara van der Veer. And why? Where can you find more information about this person? Are you more interested in these 2? Okay, where can you find the information about these 2? Of course, Googling it. Googling will help. If you Google it, you can find information about these 2. Okay? And the second question is not that important, but the first question, okay, is very, very important. Okay, try to find the answer of the first one. My dears, I want you to turn the page, go to 146. Here we have using the dictionary. Okay, my dear students, now we go to, page 146. We have building vocabulary using dictionary. Okay, I know we have already, went over this topic, how to use dictionary to find words and also to look up words, new words that we see or we read in texts. My dears, here, this time, we learn how to choose the correct definition between 2 or 3 or 4 definitions, about a word. For example, the word continue. It's a verb and it has 3 different, definitions. How to choose the correct definition, as you know, we can use continue in 3, sentences and with 3 different meanings. Okay? When we see continue in a text, how do we choose the correct definition, for continue in that, situation? So, most words have several meanings. When you use a dictionary, first find the word and the correct word form, for example, where first you find the word, then you find the category, noun, verb, or adjective, then scan the definition, choose the correct definition for the context of the word. Okay, the context is the sentence that the word is in. Okay, when they tell you the context, that means the words around the word you are targeting. For example, this is the context for valuable, because valuable is in this context or in this sentence. So this is the context, the words before valuable and after valuable. Okay, and would wanted to give something valuable to children. So valuable here is an adjective. Okay, but which one of these two definitions do you choose? Okay, the question is this. Okay, so it is the second definition. Basha, very useful. The book contains some valuable information. Okay, so, and for activity A, here we have the definition of 4 new words: continue, organization, pour, and dream. And my dears, these words, they each come with more than one definition. They each have more than 1, 2, or 3 definitions. Okay, your job is to read these boxes quickly, and you have to be meticulous, be very focused here, and it needs your focus to read the definitions carefully, because you need these for this exercise. For example, dream, organization, pour, and continue is used in sentences, but your job is to select the definition of dream. For example, Wood's dream, okay, look at A. Wood's dream was to bring books and education to children around the world. So dream here is a noun, but which one of these two definitions describe dream here? Obviously the second one, something nice that you hope for. Okay, this isn't a dream you see while sleeping. This is another dream. This is the second meaning of dream, something nice, something important you hope to achieve in the future. Okay, and I will leave the other ones for you. You only have to write down the number of the definition of this word in bold, the number of the definition. You have to read the definitions carefully. Guys, when you are done with that, you go to activity B. Okay, my dears, now we go to activity B, and here we have 8 sentences from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have 8 sentences, so that means we have 8 blanks. Okay, one of them is done, so we have 7 blanks. So your job is to put these words, dream, organization, pour, and continue, okay, in these blanks. But you have to be careful, because you have to pay attention to the definition. Okay, as it says, complete each sentence with one word from activity A, from this activity: dream, pour, organization, or continue. Write the correct definition number next to each sentence. Okay, for example, look at B. My grandfather's family was very poor. They didn't have much money. So which definition of poor is for this one? Okay, so poor here means someone who doesn't have money, someone with little money. So it is the first definition. That's why I wrote 1, and I want you to do the same for the other ones. Look at G. Let's take a break for lunch. We can continue studying for the test after lunch. Okay, so continue here is a verb, and it means you are doing something. You stopped, okay, you took a break, and then you will continue. So which one of these definitions is continue here? Okay, so obviously it is the second definition. To start again and after a stop. After you stopped, you start again. This is how you do it. You write down these words, pour, organization, continue, and dream, in these blanks, and the number of the definition of the word. Okay? Thank you very much for, understanding. This was page 147. Now I want you to turn the page and go to our writing section 148. Here, my dears, as usual, we have a very simple and easy grammar topic, and this is simple past with regular or irregular verbs. I am sure you are already familiar with simple past, but with both regular and irregular verbs. And as a review, I will go through it, and I will remind you. Just This is just for, reminding. It's just like a reminder. The simple past describes, completed actions in the past. Okay, things that, completed in the past. Last summer, he decided to attend a community college. Okay, decided. Okay, it was in the past. I graduated from high school last year. Graduated, as you can see, the ED, so that is the past. My dears, the important thing is for irregular verbs, okay, we do not add ed because they have this special form. Come, came, did, do, did, get, got, have had, go, went, give, gave, okay? And look at regular verbs. But for regular verbs, we only add, ed. For example, I, you, we, or they moved to the city in 2009. But for irregular, they have this special form. He, she, or it came to my house last night, for example. And for negative form, we bring did, my dears. That's important. We bring did, and the did, goes between the subject and the verb. As you can see, this is the rule. Okay? Subject, verb, did plus the verb. I didn't continue the game. He didn't come to class yesterday, for example. That's why we bring did or didn't. And for yes or no question, did they move to Miami? And it's important, guys, for you to know. When we use did, we do not add anything to the verb. The verb is, naked. We don't have anything on the verb, okay? Because we have did. Did they move to Miami? Yes, they did, or no, they didn't. Okay? This is it. And for WH question, okay, who did you see? What did the coach say? Where did the players go, for example? And the answer is, they went to the gym, or she said, no, I saw the coach. But for WH, questions, they come in the beginning. They come before did, then we have did, then we have the subject, then we have the verb. That is the rule. Okay? My dears, that is the rule. We have WH question, then did, then subject, then verb. And the verbs are all naked. We don't have anything on the verb because we have did. I hope you understood, this grammar. And for activity A, okay, I'm sure you've had, exercise like this before, okay, and you put the verbs, in bracket, here into these blanks. But you change the form. You make them past, then you, put them in the blanks. But some of them, you need to, add negative. You need to bring did or didn't. When you see not, bring did. Look at number 2. Number 1 is done. Number 2. Last night, Mika gave her friend some advice about college. So we have give. So this is an irregular verb. We change it to gave. Look at number 3. Mika told her friend about her college classes. Tell, told. Okay. Look at number 6. We didn't leave at 10:30. We left at noon. So we have not. So that's why we have to bring didn't leave. And the leave is naked. There's nothing on the leave. I want you to pay close attention for these ones. My dears, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. And I hope you have no problem. And if you have any problem with the exercises, I would be delighted to provide you with answers. And to thank you again and again for listening and watching. I love you very, very much. And until another lesson, okay, I have the best wishes for you, my dear students. Bye-bye.